the new trailer that came out for Coming to America, and we got to bring in my main man, Prime Time, for this one. So we got to say, hey, Prime Time, are you there?
It's me, it's the PRIME, just checking in with y'all. What's up?
Welcome to the Nerdgasm Talk Podcast, Prime. I know Prime is my co-host on No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling Podcast, but this is how you come over to the pop culture side to talk about something that you know well enough, I should say. So we got another trailer to Coming to America. This one ain't no teaser, ain't another day. We get an official trailer to Coming to America, and now we kind of reveal what is going on in there. And I think this trailer was so much better than the first one that we got, and see so much things. I laugh and I'm like, okay, I think I see where now we got such a story going on. I was like, really, like what's going on here? I'm like, now we get to introduce to more characters and what things are going to be like, and hear some of these things like that. So, Prime, you were the one who gave me, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate the heads up and stuff.
Yeah. The trailer, yeah. Okay.
So I made sure I watched that joint, react to that joint. So y'all got to check out my reaction on NC Studios. So, let's go over the trailer right there. Overall, how'd you enjoy the trailer?
I thought it was well put together. I like the clips that they did and put in there, and the voiceovers they did in certain clips. It was slick the way that they did it, but I like it.
Lee, Sketch, how about you also?
I enjoyed it. This made me look forward to it more than like the teaser we got. Because I was a little afraid. With the teaser, I was like, oh, please don't let this be a mess. But I think I got enough from the trailer to be like, all right, I don't think we're trying to necessarily redo the exact same movie, because that's what I was scared of. That we was going to redo this again.
Well, actually, what we're doing now is, instead, like the first one, we went over to New York, we are now coming over to Zamunda.
Yes.
So, like, I swear,
you was about to say Wakanda. You was about to say Wakanda.
I had to catch myself with the Leslie Jones thing. So, everybody's back. The old guys in the barbershop are back, still living, looking old.
No, we got to talk about this. I'm sorry. Let's take I just gotta take a moment. It's about 6 people in this trailer that should be dead. All right, I don't mean to wish death on nobody, but all them people in the barbershop was old as hell, and even if they were still living, why they still working? The Reverend and Randy Watson. What is going on?
I got a question to double in that though.
Okay.
If they weren't in the movie at all, would people have a problem with them not being in the movie?
Yes, they probably would.
They probably would, but naturally, like, he could go back to what is it, Mighty Sharp or Mighty Fine or whatever, the barbershop, and be like, well, what happened? They be like, they died, and that would have been the end, because they old.
No, but they old. You know what? So remember in the part of the trailer, I was gonna do a breakdown of it. When he said, so what you doing back here? He said, I heard I have a son. He said, wait a minute. You been telling me that you had a son and you been going 30 years and you ain't paid no child support?
You crazy.
Look, you was a dummy, right? I was saying like, yo, if this movie was made, say, in 1990, 2 years after the first one came out, that would have been a different line. They had, I could tell with some of the, I still laugh. But I can tell with some of the comments, like, y'all had to clean this up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can tell, like, RC Hall probably would have said something else.
He would have said some wild shit.
He probably would have said some wild shit. It probably would have been funny, but it probably would have been like, that ain't gonna work.
I can believe, like, if this was written way back then, in anticipation for a sequel, that they had to go back in and be like, oh, we can't say that no more. Oh, we can't say that no more. Because comedy has definitely changed.
However, though, those Jewish guys should be gone. That man was 108 and 88.
He was decrepit 30 years ago. And it's not even like it was 10 years, 15. It was 30 years ago. These people were gray 30 years ago.
You know what would be funny? If they come in the shop and he, under his suit, he got like a Black Lives Matter shirt on.
You out of pocket.
Yo.
Listen, I don't care about none of that. I'm just trying to figure out, what are y'all doing to stay alive at this point? But I'm sorry.
I will say those type of characters are just like I don't want to say fictional ages, but like those are just like there pretty much.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to
like they just those are just fan service at this point.
Yeah,
like they should not be allowed at all, but they are.
Yeah, now, so we get introduced to his son and Leslie Jones. So obviously he's had some relations with this woman. So
how old are you? He's had some relations.
You right? I'm telling you, I told Prime when we was doing our predictions, but I was like, now since the trailer said it, we could talk more about it. It had to be at the bar.
You will not let this go.
Yes, it definitely had to be the bar. After Arsenio Hall's character came up, it would be. I swear, if they were they got the money. They did the 3D Eddie Murphy.
No,
back in that part, and then Leslie Jones coming that joint as like they're leaving the bar.
Here's the thing,
the Lost Tapes are coming to America from '88.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of feel like this is going to end up being a whole sham or whatever, and it's not really his son. I don't want to tell my predictions for the whole movie, but probably didn't even.
It's two ways this movie can go. It go either other way. So.
It could go like that's really his kid, and they was knocking them boots when he was drunk one night, or it's not his kid, and this is a scam, and somehow Tracy Morgan dumbass is part of it. And,
you know what? You just talk about that because Tracy Morgan. I'm like, so does Tracy Morgan play his stepdad?
His uncle.
His uncle.
No, he's Leslie Jones' brother.
Oh, perfect.
Can we just talk about how obnoxious that household would have been?
And you got Lou Nell in there too.
Oh, I would have been annoyed.
So I do like that we got introduced to Eddie Murphy has 3 more kids now.
3?
So it's 3 daughters.
I didn't know it was 3 of them. I missed that. I only saw 2, or maybe I was only paying attention to 2.
It's the oldest one, and then the middle one, and then the real young one, like 6 or 5, I think.
Oh, okay.
7ish. Yeah.
Oh, so
because we still haven't
babies. Somebody say recent babies, huh? Recent. Okay. I mean, cool. So I was like, so that makes sense because the daughters is like, wait a minute. You're going out trying to find something because your dying daddy is telling you so, but I'm saying, but hold on, why can't I be the heir to the throne?
And we're keeping it all the way real. It's probably gonna get changed the same way it did at the end of Coming to America when he wasn't supposed to marry Lisa. Which makes you think that this guy is the son. But hold on, but
I like when Leslie Jones came in there with the "Hey, Quay, I'm sorry I slept with your man." I was dying. I was like, okay, I'm getting more confident. Like I said, when I start seeing more stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because Dolomite shocked me.
The only thing that I'm a little skeptical about is this Wesley Snipes and Tiana Taylor character.
Bruh.
Oh man, alright.
What?
I think Wesley might be the. Okay, you know what? The way that Wesley stole the show with that character he played in Dolomite, I think he would do here.
Okay.
It's like you don't expect Wesley to do what he's doing in this movie, but he is.
Now, I don't think that Wesley is going to do a bad job. I'm just like, why we got a villain? Why do we have a villain? And why does the villain have on a Tyler Perry wig? What is happening?
For one, I think it's a valid reason why he's a villain, but
Okay. Well, we gotta see the movie.
You know what? I'm gonna just tell you why.
Okay.
It's not a spoiler. But he's basically mad because he's not related to the queen of Zamunda, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, he married Lisa, so she. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Could he have been related
to what's her name? Vanessa Bell Calloway?
Yeah, he was supposed to get married to the first time, which should have.
That's her brother.
Huh?
Okay, that's her brother.
That's her brother. So
he was going to get his way in. Okay.
I'm not. Okay, see, that makes sense.
Sense. But it's still funny. Like, we got a whole villain in this comedy movie. And his wig is bad. I can't get over the wig.
Yeah. Hey. I might have to edit. Y'all might have to cut this out. We got a couple of some action going on. A couple of pow, kicking, fighting and stuff.
Oh Lord! And I can only imagine, like, Tiana Taylor. Like, what's she here for?
Well, that's probably his daughter.
I know that's his daughter, but it's like, is he gonna try and get her in good with the son? I I don't know what's going on. So,
I mean, hey.
But you know what? One thing I am excited about is we do get to see, the country of Wakanda.
who?
No, damn! I said it. I said it.
And then I saw him leave. I saw it. I was like, I'm gonna just let him walk into the trap.
I said it. Zamunda.
Two fictional African countries.
Well, according to the trailer, Wakanda is a fictional place. Zamunda is
this is the wild part to me. I'm like, yo, there are 54 countries in Africa. 54. Y'all couldn't figure out none of them. We got not one now, but two fictional countries.
Because smart people like yourself with a tour de part, so there ain't no king in Kenya.
Right. And I feel like, because this was 30 years ago.
They didn't want to say, what's the word, Johannesburg?
This was, honestly, and also Wakanda was created a long time ago, too.
Yeah.
So I guess we gotta let it slide. Just from here on out, don't be creating no more fictional African countries. All right?
Because people like you would have sat there and pulled it apart, talk about stuff. No, this place in Africa. So, how can we put these in there? Put these in there because it's supposed to be fictional.
I know, but again, these things were created a long time ago. Coming to America was 30 plus years ago at this point, and Wakanda was created back in the 60s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now here's one of my fears of the film. As y'all hear, I'm enjoying everything that we were saying and how the plot's going. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks like James Earl Jones is probably going. His dad's probably gonna go, but look, he may stick out for the whole movie. I don't know yet.
Y'all got to stop asking James Earl Jones to do things, okay? We just lost Cicely Tyson, all right? He just bumped up the list to number 3 in the oldest black celebrities.
Yes.
Stop asking this man to work.
Dude, one of my biggest fears in this movie is Randy Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Randy Watson is scaring me because one thing it's like when they did the small clip and he was like party over here, I was just like, he sounds exactly the same as his other characters. Uh-huh. And I'm like, don't do the recycled voice for all the characters. I can't. You were very creative with him back in the day, and I was like, I even said it in my reaction. I was like, that thing kind of scared me a little bit. I don't want Randy Watson sounding like all of
the barbershop characters.
No, I don't want Randy Watson sounding like 2000s Eddie Murphy, where everything was like they all sound the same. Please don't
cut that out the review. My god,
they all sound the same. I'm just like, which characters was when I couldn't tell the difference between Pluto Nash and Norbit or Respucia or something like that. It was
I am sorry you watched those two movies.
Yeah. that's on you, bro.
I know, so I'm just saying, but I'm just like, from everything that was going on in the movie, I'm just like, I don't. What made Randy Watson funny was different from the barbershop guy that's funny because they were two different people. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, but I hope because it's like, oh man, I ain't trying to do all this dress up. We ain't trying, you know what I'm saying? We just go like one Randy Watson scene, I'll just blow it out. But I'm curious how they're gonna bring Randy Watson back into this thing though, because as I see it in the thing, this man still got this jerry curl.
Listen, the same thing with the Reverend. I'm like, well, what are y'all doing here? Ain't we in Zamunda?
The Reverend is fine because the Reverend is probably the one that married Lisa and Hakeem.
Where? In Zamunda?
If they could call James Jones, John Amos over to Zamunda.
That's her daddy.
But that's her pastor.
Well, why the heck? No.
That's her pastor.
I'm not bringing his ratchet ass all the way to Africa.
That's his that's their pastor.
No, not after you turn around. We serve a good God. We're not doing that. You can't come here. You're not allowed here.
Well,
that's their pastor.
I would just say that is the only pastor that Akeem saw.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would you, if you're going to tell this woman to just leave her life from New York, mm-hmm. come over to Africa, come over to Zamunda, mm-hmm. get married, and then at the end, all we see was her dad show. I was like, look, but who married them though? Because remember, they started kissing. And then it'd be funny. They go to like a scene and they, like digitally edit it up. And then he saw this. I want y'all to hold to God's unchaining hand. You know what I'm saying?
All, yeah. I feel like we would have got that in the first. It would have been a whole mess. Okay.
It probably would have dampened the movie at the end. But that being their pastor, that's fine to me. Randy Watson.
I don't know why Randy's here. Maybe they ran Randy while he was still in the U.S. I don't know.
The only thing is like if Randy Watson like like it, I'm trying to like how the hell he get over there? Because I
got a question for you. For you. This is not related to the movie, but if you had to choose of who's throwing a party and saying, yeah, we should have Randy Watson at this party. Do you think it would be Cleo? Or do you think it'd be Tracy Morgan's character?
Tracy Morgan's character.
You know what? Never mind. She that okay? Because I can.
That's not a spoiler. That's not even in the movie. But I'm just asking. I just thought I'd ask that question.
I could definitely see Tracy Morgan. Definitely see.
Who's my man Randy Watson? Ugh.
And he still got that old ass Jericho. Like now it'd be funny if he got like the other members of the Deal. They did the Jericho's with him.
Sell Carefree Curls, so somebody out here still got the
Do
Jericho.
we get Soul Glow because we don't have Daryl?
We get gray hair.
I don't know. I could see it.
But I was asking an opinion. Would you? I'm not can't ask you. Probably I know you know personally. I'm talking about, but baby girl, would you want to see Soul Glow?
I could see like some remnant, like an old Soul Glow poster. Look at you rubbing off on me. Words just jumping out my mouth to their death. In the barbershop.
Oh, okay, but
like I could see like a callback like that. But we ain't finna see no Soul Glow now. Now, only way I can see that happening, and I might be looking too deep into this. Right now, like in the time we're in, natural hair care is a big thing. Now, if they was just funny, like, though? Could we jump into that? And then that's the only way I could see that being in there at all. But I think we might get a call back to it, like somewhere. Old relic. I don't see it being in there because there ain't there.
We have to have some kind of funny mockery of hair in this movie. Soul Glow was meant to make fun of the Jerry curl. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm thinking like, what is the hairstyle now?
But it may not be that. Maybe something else. It could be something else. I don't know.
Like, just trim your fade up.
Please stop. Please don't. Let's not do that.
So
I would just say like he does have to like get that New York gear, that 80s New York gear back. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how it's shot. What they could not use like older, like have like a nostalgic shop that he go get it from.
Yeah, I just don't see it being like a main part of the movie again. But it'd be like, oh look, it's like they might not even acknowledge it. It'd be like a poster in the background, an old ripped up tattered Soul Glow poster somewhere hanging up. But yeah, because let's be real, we've gone in some old places and you're like, how they still got a poster for like the original Lion King or some stupid shit? Like, what? How is it still here? I could definitely see that happening, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's the wrong thing to use because the original poster for the Lion King, that's probably worth some money nowadays.
I mean, well, yeah. I'm just using an example of something that's old as hell.
And like I said, and then when we get to the final scene of the movie where he has to get the circumcision with Arsenio Hall's witch doctor character.
Witch doctor.
I guess that's how it when he faced and Eddie Murphy does his laugh, and I was like, see, that's that 2000s Eddie Murphy coming out, yeah. And that scares me.
With the
no, that's classic Eddie. That's because I'm talking about that right there is what I'm talking about.
No.
You talking about the Nutty Professor laugh. He was about to when he was laughing too hard.
Yeah.
At the with what's his name, Reggie.
Yeah. So yeah. He took that laugh and everything from 2000 on down. He just put in everything, and I was like, "This is annoying."
No, don't do that. Don't do that, Eddie.
Prime, can you agree with me on that note or no?
Yeah, I can agree. I think he does it in a lot of movies. I'm like, oh, here we go again. That's why I say he got two careers. He had two different careers.
He really did. It was really legit the tale of two Eddies.
It really was. So it's just like I'm looking at it and I'm sitting there saying to myself like when I see the Laugh at Beverly Hills Cop or Trading Places or Go to Burger, it's not even just about the laughs, just the personality type thing and just the hollering. I'm just like, when Dolomite came out, I was just like, he had some serious moments in Dolomite, but then he had some very funny moments. But the funny moments never consist of him going out there talking so like he wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was so into Dolomite Is My Name. I am just still a little worried that I don't want him to bring too much of that 2000s Eddie Murphy out. Bring out the classic Eddie Murphy and show that he's still funny without hollering now. To try to get basically like how Mick Foley would call the wrestler cheap hop. But overall, trailer looks good. They literally got back like 98% of the original cast plus new characters, and we're just missing Daryl and Lisa's sister, which I know Lisa's sister's not on good terms with any of them for some apparent reason. I don't know why. I was reading something about it. I was just like, there's some beef that was going on between them, and then Daryl's not coming back. But to be honest with you, I expect Daryl to come back anyway. Because, like I said, so glows and age. I mean, right now, Daryl's family should be bankrupt. He should have no money left whatsoever. Okay, whereas Hakeem was wealthy, they were rich for that time period, and then once it's like disco. Once 1990 came and they turned that Jericho to a high top, they out of business. The only people that was still going to get that Carefree Curl was Eazy-E and them, and that was it. They kept Jericho's in business, and Eazy kept Jericho's in business until the day he died almost. So, into the mid 90s. But I'm now have gotten more excited for the movie, and March is literally right. It's March 5th, so literally it's less than a month away. And like I said, with the movie experience coming out every single weekend now, we got Juice and the Black Messiah this weekend. Next weekend, I don't know what comes after that, but then after that, we got Tom and Jerry. Then after that, it's going to be Coming to America. So, bruh, I am hyped. I am ready. Buckle up. I think this is going to be dope. So, well, guys, that was the. Is there anything you want to add also, probably before we get out of here?
I was just gonna say enjoy it. I was gonna say y'all should enjoy the movie. It's a lot of good people coming back, a lot of good callbacks, and a lot of like tie-ins that I personally enjoy. And yeah. Okay,
can I personally ask you, for somebody who has worked with this, without no spoilers or nothing like that, which one, the first one or the second one?
Honestly, from what I've seen, I think the second one can get the first one to run from its money, but I personally like the first one.
Okay.
Like the second one could definitely contend.